What's up? Welcome Green Fiend. It's your boy Carcino. I wanted to do this live because I didn't want to waste any more time on Dark Phoenix. 2 years ago, they showed us about 40 minutes of this film to try to get people. I'm like, this is a long, extended view of this film. And that's when the film was getting ready to be released. There were mixed reviews about the film because of the buyout with Fox and what was transpiring. They didn't want to put the film out that with New Mutants at the time, and I see why. This film is, oh wow, it doesn't really, didn't really flow well with any direction whatsoever. And sometimes actors who are bad, or I would say actors who are good, they're only as good as sometimes the director can let them be. Top of the morning to you people who are all going to work or other walks of life. But this film it's all over the place. It's like it doesn't know what it wants to do or how to get there. And that's very unusual with the way they've done the other films. Forget the other X-Men film you saw with this cast, because this film here basically destroys everything. It is so much just overlays and choppy, and it's not making any type of sense. Now, I like the beginning because what they've shown is Professor Xavier is pretty much an a-hole. You know, he's become a ego-driven person now. They're now working for the government. The government look at them as heroes, and now they're doing missions more risque than what they've been doing before. Now they're doing a mission out in space, and where she gets absorbed by the Phoenix when she's up in the air, and it normally should have killed her. And anytime the Phoenix have basically been absorbed, or what they thought was just something from the sun, and once she absorbs it, you know the story. She turns into Jean Grey. It does not kill her, makes her stronger. Then Jessica Chastain, this other group who wants to control this power, comes and gets involved and wants the power working for them. This script, which was done by the last stand of X-Men, you saw the fact that the Jessica Chastain role was basically given to Magneto. And I see why they did that in the last stand now. They said, well, let's just blend that in with Magneto. Want to use that power to help them do some things. Because, I don't want to tell any spoilers to it, but you'll see the last end fighting scene on the train, and it looks like a completely different film. It looked like a complete, movie shoot, and not all the X-Men are feeling good about, we got to go kill Jean Grey. Magneto, who has had the same arc in every film known to man, actually comes out with his arc again. Like, I want to be left alone, but this chick's got to die. Here I am. Just when we thought he was past that and he was back joining everything, he's back to the recluse who just wants nothing to do with anybody. But because we have a crisis, here I am. But I don't want to be here. So we're back in that mode. Yet again. There were a few reshoots, definitely. A lot of different takes because you're starting to see the same scene. It was like watching the X-Men and you're seeing that cat come twice. I mean, like the Matrix, when you see that cat come twice, he was like, did you see the same two cats or was it like deja vu? It's like deja vu. Somebody's hacking the program. Somebody was hacking this program because I kept seeing the same scene over and over, basically. And it was basic. It simply was just the direction. And sometimes you can have. Sorry about that. Somebody came in and broke the live. So I give this movie a 2 stars out of 4. It's watchable, but you're not going to remember anything about it and probably forget all about it. As bad as Apocalypse was, it's way better than this film. Apocalypse is light years better than Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix is such a mess. When you see it, you're going to go, oh my God, what were they thinking? At first, it looks like they made this movie with the budget of $25. It's like, look, we got $25. We spent a lot just to get Jennifer, getting her back over here to do her little one-day shoot. Now we got Jennifer here, so now we can sell this garbage. And she's looking like, I definitely don't want to come back no more. Please get rid of me. I'm back for my one-day shoot, and I'm going to give you 1 day. And they spent all the budget money getting her back in the suit. Getting her back in paint. It just makes no sense. I mean, I can go back and watch this film again and get nothing new from it. There's nothing to grasp out of this film. I mean, they got a cool Nightcrawler scene where he's doing this, almost looking like the, X2. It's like a nod to X2 when he was just going off. And, he was putting a tail through people's necks, throwing people in front of trains and stuff. So if you're a casual fan who walks in to see this movie, this monstrosity of a film, you're going to say, oh, it was some good action in it. At the end, it was pretty good. I already know this is going to happen. I've sat in a movie theater with people who cannot understand movies. And all they see is a bunch of flashing stuff, and they're hoping that retake last fight that they did makes up for it. And then there's one point where the guy who plays, Cyclops, who I thought was terrible in this film, where he's supposed to be emotional and he's just missing the mark completely. And I'm just like, geez, he's really missing this mark. But you don't come to this film, looking for Oscar-winning performances, but you want to make it like it's believable. And the actress, who played the Dark Phoenix, you could tell she was supposed to be in balance, different states of mind for the film. But it looks like they told her to do these certain takes, like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I just want this to stop. It's just, some of them were, it's like, okay, we've seen this like 4 times in the film. She's doing it. That's too much. And now we're seeing her doing it, and some are good, some are just bad takes. Why is this happening? She was my friend. I'll give it a 2. If you wanted to do that. The film is just all over the place. I mean, Professor Xavier was more, he was more, let's just say, the way they had him in The Last Stand, I could see. It's basically the same thing. Okay, she had a tragic event as a kid. He repressed it from her memory. So, he repressed that thought from her memory, which he basically did to Rose Byrne after the situation that happened when he lost his legs and she went off and got married and had a family and forgotten all about him. She only knew of his work and all of his accomplishments. Then he gave her all of that back. And it was like a flood of information and all this stuff that happened on the beach and knowing who he was. Now she's been married, had a kid with somebody else. Now what's she supposed to do? Go back to having all these feelings for him? I mean, it kind of messes with the timeline a little bit. Just a little bit. Because the whole time you're sitting there, look at that. This is, where does X-Men 1 and 2 fit in? The stuff gets screwed up from Days of Future Past? That's what it looks like. Looks like Days of Future Past messed up a lot and they couldn't even fix it. They was like, just end all this. And that's what they should have did a long time ago. It's a monstrosity of a film. I guess check it out once. It's a good one watch. You'll be okay after you watch it once. After that, then who knows where you'll be. But you're not going to care about that film. Then the debate on, was X-Men The Last Stand better than this film? That debate's going to come.